Large cormorants abound in the delta. They're big eaters, downing several kilos of fish per day, as are the pelicans, who fish in groups. The tufted heron's technique is different, but effective.
The sheer quantity of birds and the size of their appetites, especially those of the cormorants and the pelicans, means that they consume tons of fish every day, and this has caused the human inhabitants of the delta to question their protection.
The delta itself is not a national park, although it does include 3 large natural reserves. It benefits, however, from a principle of systematic protection of its wildlife. The whole region is a protected natural area where hunting is strictly forbidden.
Fishing is allowed all year round, except for a 60-day period when the fish lay their eggs. Fishing is vital for many of the people who live here.
Fishermen were less than keen when measures were set to protect cormorants. They find that these birds are too numerous, too skilled at fishing, and therefore represent unfair competition.
Judging from the contents of the returning skiffs, the water still seems well stocked in fish. 110 species have been identified, with 36 specific to the delta. Among the bream and carp, the catfish looks gigantic.
One may be content with a good catch of pike or crayfish, but for the fishermen here, there is but one supreme fish, the king of all fish, the one found in the front part of the delta, the saltwater part, the one that measures over 2 meters, His Majesty the sturgeon.
The delta is a fragile system, and the work being carried out here, although it may seem a bit crude, is intended to preserve it. The banks need to be stabilized. Since ancient times, the Danube has been a busy thoroughfare. The small tributaries and large channels are like the many roads of a vital network, where all sorts of crafts provide the only possible means of transportation.
Each year, the Danube hauls 50 tons of alluvium into its delta. That's 8 times more than the Tiber and 20 times more than the Rhine. This suspended alluvium deposits little by little and is progressively colonized by vegetation, gradually taking on a characteristic form called shore. The major part of the delta is covered with thick reeds, but poplars, willow, ash and aldus also grow on the banks.